I'm Coy Jandreau here with Red Carpet Report, and we are at the LA premiere of Mowgli. I am so excited to see this childhood classic adapted to today and to find out everything that went into making it. Let's check it out.
Hi.
Red Carpet Report, nice to meet you. I just washed my hands, I'm sorry.
No worries.
That post-wet madness.
It's all good. Cleanliness is good.
Very key.
You know, hygiene.
How's the world?
Oh, the world is an interesting place right now.
How's the cinema world and the television world?
Oh, the cinema and television
How's the
world.
entertainment world? Let's keep it very narrow and positive to open things up. Let's just shoehorn into things are great.
Actually, things are pretty great right now. You know, it's that time of year where all of the really amazing films are coming out, and I can't keep up. I can never keep up. I'm still 3 years behind on great films, but I'm trying. I'm here. I'm here. I'm keeping up as much as I can.
That actually leads perfectly into my first question.
There you go.
Thank you for the tangent.
You're welcome.
So you're in a lot of these mega blockbuster films, your Maze Runners, your Shadow Hunters, all these large scope experiences.
Yes, indeed.
What do you think about a movie as big as Mowgli going right to Netflix? What do you think about the evolution of what cinema's becoming?
I think, you know, you see films like this, you see films like To All the Boys I've Loved Before, you see all of these incredible films and television shows and things that are going straight to these streaming services. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really a sign of the times and what technology is doing. I will always be a person who goes to the movie theater as well because I love the romanticism of it and I love the event of going to a place to watch the cinema.
Yeah.
But it's that alternative of people have access to these great stories, and so many more stories get told, and so much more gets seen by having things go straight to these streaming services. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, you can have your crazy experience of sharing the emotions or your comfort of home and clicking, which is magic.
Exactly. And also, you know, I've seen so many film communities like Toronto, for example, where we've shot Shadow Hunters, who are thriving right now. And there's so many artists there that have these amazing careers because there's more things shooting, so they need more places to shoot them, and you get access to so many amazing people.
Content, so much content.
It's true. It's all about the content. I can't keep up.
Now, Mowgli, I heard you talking about like this being a childhood favorite, near and dear to your heart. Is there a certain animal that's your go-to? Is there Baloo, Shere Khan? Like, who's your guy?
I mean, Baloo's kind of the best, right? You just want to give him a big old bear hug. Yeah, I'd have to say Baloo. I'm kind of partial.
There's no coincidence Andy Serkis directed. He's like, I'm gonna be Baloo. I think that's my. I think he just claims the best part for himself.
You know what? If you're Andy Serkis, go for it because he's massively talented.
We'll play anyone, and I will pick. So, growing up, did you read the book, or were you just exposed to the movies?
I'm almost sure I read the book when I was a kid. I was such a voracious reader, so I'm almost sure it ended up passing through my hands at some point. But the Disney movie is what sticks out to me the most from my childhood, I think, because I had it on repeat and I knew all the songs and I, did everything. But also the film that was made a few years ago was so beautiful. I'm really excited to see this take as well with this cast and this perspective. I'm such a big fan of having people recreate these stories because everyone relates to them in a different way and everyone has their own perspective. So if we get to experience a new perspective on something we already appreciate, why not?
That's my favorite thing about this content. It's like comic writers. You get a different writer and a different artist, and Netflix can have their Mowgli, and you can have the Jungle Book and all these things. With that world, is there anything that you want to create? Is there a certain, like, do you want to do plays? Do you want to do like a long form TV? Is there anything that you are aspiring to do?
All of the above. One thing, I'm dying to go back to theater. That's where I've started. That's where I just feel at home, so I miss it like crazy. But also, I've worked with so many incredible directors on it recently, just through Shadowhunters. We had people come in all the time. I got to speak to a lot of them, and I would really like to direct.
Yeah.
And so I'm finding stories and finding ways, something to adapt or something to write or something to direct as a short, because I want to get my feet wet in that and see. I think it's something I really have an eye for, and I think it's something that I would love, but I want to give it a go.
All right, so final question. In the world of directing, any genre that you'd have unlimited budget, no restraints, just full freedom, what genre would you want to dive into for directing for you?
Probably, I don't know if this is what I would want to do forever, but I'm dying to try horror, but in the sense of the films like A Quiet Place and It Follows, and these films that are bringing back sort of that Hitchcockian style of you don't see much of anything, but it scares the hell out of you. That's what horror is all about for me. The imagination, the imagination is much worse than anything else.
100%.
You know?
That like clap in The Conjuring was the scariest moment.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Well, let's get you directing a horror thing.
All right, I'm in.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
It's frightening.
So, that childhood classic adapted to today sounds amazing. Everyone involved is so excited to make this movie, and you can check it out on Netflix December 7th. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, comment. It's YouTube, you know what to do. Thanks.